No, I'm thinking to like let it flow until I feel like I'm ready and then start it. What do you think?
Okay, okay, no problem. No problem. Take your time.
Okay, so why is your camera like completely in the opposite direction?
बिकॉज मेरे को अपना लैपटॉप भी देखने का है चीजें पॉप करने के लिए कि फोन मेरे
Oh,
लैपटॉप पर है.
okay. I was expecting him to give a reply in English, but like he gave in Hindi, so I'll have to cut this part out.
You already started recording. You said you will
Yeah.
take time.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was
this is
trying
the
to get
flow.
something out of you. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. Or we put translation.
So yeah, we'll put translation. That it's
Subtitle.
not we. I have to put the translation.
It's a collective approach.
Wow.
It's a collective approach to make Mustafa work.
See,
Okay, wait. I
it's a
forgot the names. It's Caderjet
it
and Mix. Cool,
yeah.
cool.
Caderjet mix
It's
kiwi.
yeah. It's the pyramid scheme where the top elite control the world, and
Okay,
it's
this guy's going to some other
Yeah,
territory.
he's watching too much Matrix news and stuff like that.
This means smoking too much weed.
I'm smoking on the weed of reality.
Read of reality. What is weed of reality? Okay.
Yeah, reality. When you smoke that weed of reality, you see what's real and what's fake.
You know
I
how
think
a
we start
paddle
from
of
there.
boats like move like this?
Uh-huh.
It's just
This is it.
it's just doing the same thing. Like, read and the movement of then.
You know, over the past 3 years, we had these 3 years went so fast. Like 2020, it doesn't
Uh-huh.
exist completely. It seems like it's just been 2 years. You know that 2020 was like because of the lockdown and everything. It seems like there's a time shift. It looks weird.
1 second.
Yeah, you're right though.
First thing, why is there an I ruin kind of a thing coming out? Yeah, this thing. I
Ah,
just
that's the
Oh, okay.
yeah, right.
iRuin.com. I was like, what the hell did he ruin that you're getting a sponsorship or some stuff over there? Okay. Secondly, you just started speaking like my class teacher, so yeah, carry on.
Okay, so anyway, point is, in 2021, a crazy news happened, and which I didn't know at the time. And this is the news.
The accent comes with the
2021, yeah,
news.
the
A,
accent,
Be-
the high pitch kind of makes it all.
a Belgian zoo has barred a woman from socializing with a chimpanzee.
Damn.
She had, she said she had an affair with.
Wait, oh, okay, a woman. I thought all the women.
Honestly, what happened was this is the girl trying to kiss him through the glass, and this is what they had to say.
You do realize we
This
can't
is
see all that, right?
no, but it's there.
Okay.
Basically, what happened was like the Antwerp Zoo has asked a visitor not to socialize with this chimpanzee, and the chimpanzee is 38 years old. Okay, by the way. So this lady apparently likes to interact with this chimpanzee. Now, chimpanzee has not confessed that he loves her,
I
but
mean,
this guy
obviously,
probably.
chimpanzee is socializing with him, and he's
Oh,
like,
guy. Okay, so basically, and she's on the news saying that she feels a love and connection with him, and that's an affair. Apparently,
damn.
love is love. Love is love. So basically, the zoo barred her for 4 years and said that she cannot
Okay.
come because the other
Barred her,
chimpanzee
like jailed her for this.
banned her for
Oh,
coming into the
banned
zoo
her. Okay.
because she is having an unhealthy relationship with the chimpanzee. Not just like she's just trying to kiss him through the glass, but that's not weird because sometimes those have you seen documentaries of guys who are raising chimpanzees like from kids? So that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that
But
happens
but
like privately, not
yeah,
publicly.
no, you see in animal documentaries. I've seen it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. It's not.
No, I
It's
mean
normal.
they're okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But that's like a father kids kind of a
yeah, yeah,
scenario.
yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, this one apparently she's delusional. She has some sickness in the head because somehow she's feeling love from that animal. I don't know what. what happened that she lost what you called hope in humanity, or Darwinism of evolution that was brainwashed in school went so deep in her thick skull that she thinks that she has a special connection with chimpanzees. Anyway,
Hmm.
so that's
It's
the
not the
story.
first time I've heard of that concept, by the way. They've had like these connections with like whales and stuff also.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, wait, not
Damn.
whales, dolphins. My bad, dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Mm.
whale would
Yeah.
be a huge thing to be in.
No, any animal that is quite social, yeah, they tend to
Okay.
have special relations with humans. But
I
that's like
mean,
if you are
technically,
like, but
if you feed any animal, then they kind of build a social connection with you, like a lion or a shark. I've seen people petting sharks and lions, and I'm like, how?
this relation, but that's like a father son type of relation, like a part of the family. This one is like a very weird and kind of a relation, and she thinks that's an affair. Think about that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They are trying to raise them like a child, giving a second life. Here she feels crazy. Anyway, basically she's been barred for 4 years, and the zoo said, why? Because he's not been he's an outcast to the other chimpanzees in the zoo, for the fact that
Hmm.
he's interacting with humans and has an unusual interaction with the humans. So
Even the
basically, he's an
animals don't
out.
like it.
Yeah, they don't like it because they don't feel like he's a part of the clan, because they feel like it's treacherous thing that he's going uh, uh, he's f- he's having a favoritism towards an other race, other creature. So that's the
Hmm.
thing.
It's crazy
So
that
for
animals feel that way. Mad.
That's
Okay.
the thing. So basically, the Antwerp Zoo people said that we want to have to build a healthy relations for the chimpanzee, so we do not want you in. Anyway, that's a crazy
Hmm.
story, and only I find crazy stories. Yeah,
I'm kind of wondering how this guy's search engine looks like that he gets such recommendation.
I am. I've not had a doubt about that. He probably has the wildest one of all.
Oh
a
man.
wild man with wild fantasies, of course, will have wild search engines.
Oh boy.
Oh,
They wasn't
oh.
expecting that.
Okay.
Oh man.
Anyway, now we come to a tweet.
One thing you forgot. You forgot to introduce. You forgot the introduction, the major thing.
Oh yes, you know what? Yes, we actually forgot the introduction, but you know what? You only decided to go along the flow, so I went on the flow.
Well, then
I
continue
became
with
like,
the flow. And what is, guys?
yeah,
I did
Welcome
it.
back to another podcast. I have Mix and Kiwi with me. After a long time, we're here. Happy New Year. First podcast after 2022. How are you
Whoop
guys doing?
whoop. Yeah.
we were planning to do this episode on the right time, but it never happened.
There is no right time.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
got too depressed with life for a while.
Yeah.
He chose
Let's
to
get
get.
it cut.
Nah, nah, nah. That's not. Anyway, so let's move on to. Okay, so basically, please, guys, watch this till the end. We have an important topic to discuss, which is the most trending topic.
Hmm.
So let's begin with this tweet first. So the tweet is this. Apparently, this hijabi feminist, I won't tell her name, but this is the comical thing. I think I've even given you this tweets on your Snapchat long time back. If you have read it, I've read it. If not, up to you. She tweeted
Hmm.
this around 4th October. Sorry, 4th,
Okay.
20. Okay. If you breastfeed your son, you're training
Hmm.
them to be rapists when they grow up.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You're basically teaching them that they can touch a woman's body whenever they want. If you oppose rape, stop breastfeeding boys.
Hmm. Okay.
What now? What do you think about this stupid tweet?
Quite the claim, by the way. It's not like she's coming with something wild. This is going all the way back in history where everybody is being fed like that. And
No, but she's saying it's gonna make men rape. Think about this.
Oh, man. Man, the
Feel bad for them,
society
kid.
is kind of, I don't know, man, what to say about it. It's just,
And
It gets
great.
just wilder and wilder every
I
day. I feel.
swear, there's something new I heard. See, the same. So, you know how like there's stuff like people say that they kind of feel like they are as different genders, so they kind of assume themselves and then they kind of ask the society to accept them as what they come out as.
Okay, wait, wait.
So now what people have started to
Asking
do,
them to accept and forcing is a very, very different thing. There are two kinds of people there. The
yeah.
ones who don't really want to push it onto others, and the ones that really push it onto others.
No, but listen, this
Okay,
is
right.
the weirdest part. So I'll
Uh-huh.
connect it back. So now what's happening is some people say that they self-acclaim themselves as a disabled person. So there are some
Oh
people
yeah,
going
I've seen
about.
this.
You've seen that there are some people going about like cutting off their hands or amputating themselves and don't know like making themselves blind and just so that they like according to them their explanation is that they feel that once they were a blind person or a person without an arm or a leg. And so they're considering themselves as a disabled. And so now
Hmm.
there's another term for it. I don't remember the term. I don't know if you can back me up with this, but uh,
Um,
transable?
I know the term.
Transable?
Oh yeah, maybe. You're right.
It is mind blowing how the society is just bringing out stuff. And this is again the this like a linkage with what you brought up with the tweet. It's like
Now,
people are just whatever they think about is now being thrown in the world, and it's
No,
been
you can't do
accepted.
anything
It's
about it,
been
can you?
agreed to.
See,
is now this is
people
the sin.
on the
Okay,
general know that's wrong, okay? But because we have come so far in this tube of like accepting and accepting and accepting,
Yeah.
you have to, or else you're wrong.
okay. Let's be honest. This the simple question to ask: is this toxic femininity?
It is 100%.
Okay,
100%. There is no
now
science backed by it. Okay,
okay.
there is
Now let's
no
just say
scientific explanation for it. Just a
if
random
this
claim, and
if this woman would have even s- typed this on Instagram, typed it
mhm,
on Snapchat, typed it any other social media on Facebook, do you think she would have been banned for saying this?
she should, but I don't think because of the current political or like the current condition is you got to
She would
back
not.
what
She
she
would
speaks.
not. She would not. She would not. But
Hmm.
when you have a man like Andrew Tate who speaks the truth, yes, exaggerates here and there a bit.
Hmm.
He, if he says the same thing, would you think he would be not be banned? Would he be banned basically for saying this?
Obviously, he'll be banned.
Or
Obviously, he'll
obviously.
be banned.
But the thing is, when you actually see a toxic behavior being portrayed, everybody
Hmm.
closes their eyes. And
Yeah.
when there is no toxic behavior, on the contrary, is to build society for a better, build a society and steer it to the right path back. Somebody is working really hard to bring society back to the right path, is
Mhm.
being locked up now. So
Okay.
anyway, do you agree?
Him being locked up, I don't know the whole story of it and what it is. It's still a current investigation, and it has
See,
nothing to do with what he told. It has to do with another issue in his life. I'm not going
I
to go
mean,
into it.
he
They have
they
not
have
a
no
lot of
proof.
evidence is placed in
Yeah,
there, so
but
I'm going
they
to
have
just
not
treat
found
everybody as innocent
they
until
have not
guilty.
they have not found any evidence, if at all. They have found counter evidence to whatever they have put him for in the jail for. And
See,
I've
I know for a fact he has been in the business that they claim
Yeah.
in the
he's
past
not
because
no
he's
he's
spoken
not
about it quite a bit.
he's not been involved in human trafficking.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
he's
not
been
there.
Okay, no, I'm
that's
not
not
talking
there.
about specifically that title,
Yeah.
but he has
He's being
spoken in the past about how he's used people to, talk to others on the internet
Yeah,
and like
that's
had sex with
the
that's
other
huge
people.
concern.
that's webcam business. That's webcam business. But
Exactly.
you cannot say
See,
webcam
you
business.
can't say
You
there
cannot
might
you
not
can't Webcam business is
Okay.
completely different from human trafficking because
Okay.
he's not holding the girls against their will. He called them for a job and paying them.
Hmm.
they
See.
came they came on their own will, and he didn't stop them from leaving. He has said in the interviews that some of the and most of all they were his girlfriends from around the world when he used to kickbox. He called all of them. He said that let's get to work. Some of them didn't like to wanted to work, they left. So
Yeah.
there was a free
I mean,
pass.
we
I
don't
think
know like who was
he
left
he
just like that
mentioned
and who
he
was forced
mentioned
and
that there
stuff.
were like 4 or 6, and then out of them 2 were left.
On his website, the Hustle University
Crazy.
does talk about it, and he puts a number on it saying like at least 60 of it was close to him, those
Yeah.
people who were in the business. So I'm not sure what that links to with regards to the current claim.
I would say, look, I wouldn't agree with the webcam business in one way because it's morally wrong because you're trying to take a little bit of innocent men for their,
Yeah.
yeah, that's 100%
But
wrong.
that's what's
And
happening
yes,
today.
yeah,
OnlyFans.
exactly. Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
what's
the thing.
happening today.
It doesn't matter whether he does it or anyone else does it. It doesn't matter. But it's not. You can't compare to human trafficking 100% because they came for work. The girls came on their own. So
Hmm.
definitely it cannot be a human trafficking. Just like you then if you consider human trafficking like this, then you have to also talk about some women who go and they try to use their own bodies and they use them. You give their services. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
If you
Okay.
can put that into a human trafficking also because now she's been a product of circumstances she's putting into.
Yeah.
But no, that's a
Hmm.
again she's in a free will choice. She chose that.
Okay.
So I mean, you can't compare the two. Again, morally both are wrong, but you can't put them in the same bracket. Okay,
Hmm.
this is one thing. Secondly, let's throw that aside right now.
Okay.
I I would say that yes, it's a counterintuitive thing that he has made millions out of that, and then he is talking about men to be strong and not watch only fans, not watch pornography and all that. I have just the only my only complaint is he has stopped making that stopped doing that business. But again, he still promotes that in his Hustlers University. But I think ever since he has converted to Islam or reverted to Islam, I hope, and sincerely hope that he has shut down that category of teaching people. And I think he has done because he's a very sincere man. I can say for sure, and a man who tells the truth, and you can see his sincerity from his face top to bottom.
Hmm.
So that's one thing I would want. I hope that he does that. Completely shut down the webcam business. Although in one interview, I did not like how he apologized for. I not apologize, but he didn't really truly felt sorry. But this is before he reverted. So in Islam, what we say is once you revert, all your previous sins are forgiven in the sight of God. So I don't want to judge him too hard because I'm a human being. If God has forgave him, who am I to judge? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the point. But anyway, I did see one interview where he didn't his apology towards this kind of business was not really appealing. So yes, even as if I look up to him in certain measures, you still have to criticize. You just can't blindly follow somebody.
Yeah, I like that. I like that you do look at two sides.
Yes, two sides. But now the biggest question
Hmm.
is he an overall net positive or a net negative?
Depends on each topic, I think. With him, he's quite broad on the scale. He can be on either end of the spectrum, and there have been situations where he's either been on the extreme of one side or extreme of the other.
But you also know one thing that social media always highlights the extremes.
He's definitely been a good component in shifting the topic of like, hey, we don't have to accept everything kind of thing.
Yeah.
We gotta question things. We gotta ask questions about why. Why should I take it? Why should I take it for what value? So that is something that I do appreciate, I think, because if we as just normal people had countered some argument like that, we would have got or we would have been on the chopping board. But because he doesn't care about controversy, he has the ability to do that.
Why is your voice, Kevin, sounding like a radio? Like I can't, I didn't hear it properly. Did you hear
Can
it
you hear it
properly?
better now?
Yeah, now it's better.
So what I'm saying is he's on the spectrum, he's on two extremes. Either he is all for the positive or he goes to a level where it's all negative kind of thing. He's
Hmm.
been great with shifting the topic of like, oh, questioning things that were usually just taken for words value. Now we are able to like freely question things and question people and question their thoughts and ideas. Before there was no like level of debate or argument. You'd have to just accept somebody's claim.
But
So
okay, now this is the thing. What I do like about him is the fact that he has highlighted a very important thing: is that there's a war on masculinity, and
mhm.
I would agree everything on that topic. Do you?
Yes, over time when you talk about the toxic topics that have come about quite often, I do believe that there is a war
So
against.
now this is an important thing. When you say that he is in the extreme negative sometimes with the spectrum, I
Hmm.
feel when he talks about when he goes on an extreme to talk about certain things,
Hmm.
that's a way, that's being a strong, putting a strong man argument against the strong against the strong extreme measures the feminism is taking. Because look, let's just say that all these negative arguments that he has said, I think
Hmm.
that gave him the notoriety and put him on the radar of all of us, so that he can speak the positive things later on. I think what he has done overall, I think all his negative things are actually the thing that gained his attraction. But when he
Hmm.
truly when he truly explains what he means, and this is the greatest thing I like the duo between him and his brother. Sometimes this guy talks so extreme. Andrew talks something so extreme that his
Hmm.
younger brother actually deciphers everything. I've noticed a lot of that time. His younger brother explains clearly what his older brother said.
Hmm.
So overall, I think as much as he says the extreme things, there is some logic behind it. Unlike unlike you go with this toxic feminine narrative where there's no knowledge, there's no logic, and they just want you to accept baselessly.
Hmm. See, some things again, like I know he makes these arguments because he likes to be like a macho and stuff, but when he told once like, oh, this COVID is a hoax kind of thing, right?
I would say that it is about 90% hoax.
I wouldn't call it a hoax.
Because look, you know why I'll
Caderjet,
tell you
what do you think? Is it a hoax? Was COVID a hoax?
Hmm.
How could you call it a hoax? It did happen. It affected a lot of people died, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would say
I
that
felt it. You felt it, right?
I
Most of us
felt it,
had
but
COVID.
I'm perfectly healthy. I feel amazing.
See, you had a good
Nine times
metabolism,
in
probably,
nine
right?
times out of ten, 9 times out of 10, you have reports of, I myself have seen reports where an 80 or a 90-year-old man survived
Hmm.
perfectly, perfectly. Okay, first of all, is that's an important thing. Secondly, the media, you could see 100% properly. The media was used to control. Every day you have this news. You if you stay in a constant negative mindset, it is said that your immunity drops immediately. You have constant stress, immunity drops completely down. You're on the news, and news is specifically made so that you see what they want you to see. And this is official facts. The
Okay, I'm
CIA,
not talking about news here. I'm talking about you specifically. What did you think about it? And I
basic. That's
think it
the
was not
thing.
a hoax.
That's what that's what I'm explaining is a hoax, because the way they promoted in the media, it's so dangerous. It wasn't that dangerous. Yes, would I agree that it was a bit worse than a normal flu? Yes, I would agree with that. It had certain effects on your body that was a bit hard for your body. But since it was a new virus, for the first time, it did affect me a lot. On the contrary, Kevin, once you when you came to Dubai and then you left,
Uh-huh.
I had to go to Zanzibar. And when I came back from Uzbekistan, I was already feeling quite a bit sick. I still met you 3 times in a row,
Okay.
and apparently I had a little bit of symptoms. Possibly I was suffering from some symptoms, but I was feeling great. Some days I was feeling 2 3 days I was feeling good, but after 3 days I felt bad. I had a weird this.
Okay.
Apparently, I ended up getting a very high fever the day you left.
It depends on the variant you got also.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't say it is a hoax because you know what the official number of people who died were during COVID?
I I mean, all that numbering is made by Pfizer and all those people. Another
Buddy,
thing,
okay, forget Pfizer.
I
You know the situation that happened in India and Dubai when you were there, right? You think those
I
numbers are not accurate?
I think you are far more safe without the vaccine. Why? Because the Pfizer and all have admitted. You think in bloody 9 months the virus came in bloody 9 months they have tried and tested that it's the so-called 100%. First they
Yeah,
say they
though
but
vaccines take like
yeah,
years to develop.
yeah. And then
That's
they say
true.
okay.
They
Then they
they
say then
mentioned also like it was a clinical trial that they got through. They didn't get through like they themselves admitted they don't know the long-term effects of it.
oh yeah, long
Okay.
term effect. Then
That's
another
because
thing.
they can't test long-term effects. It was a case that was happening right there and then, and it was developing right there and then.
Okay,
So
let's end up.
numbers according to
Okay,
WHO is like six
now
million
go and
people have
research.
died
Now
because of it.
go and
If six
research.
million people died due to COVID, I wouldn't call it a hoax.
Listen, now go and research who patented this virus, because this virus is manufactured. It's not a real virus. I mean,
See,
it's not a
that I
natural
wouldn't,
virus.
this one about, see, I wouldn't say where it started, where the origin was, who
No,
made it. Okay.
forget the origin. Forget the origin. Let's not talk about it. But I can tell you for this, it's a lab-made disease. It's not a real disease. It's not a natural disease. Two,
Okay. When
I
you
also
call
know
something a hoax, what do you mean by when you call something a hoax? Are you saying it is fake or are you saying it was manufactured? If you say it was manufactured, okay, then calling it a hoax makes sense.
yeah, it's
When
a whole. It's a
I am
manufa-
in the meaning, okay,
it's
my meaning is different then.
because it's a
What my
complete
meaning was, yeah, yeah.
it's real to some extent, because yeah, everybody affected it. I'm not arguing that it didn't, but it was manufactured, and it was made to control the populace. The government wanted to control you. It was ready to take your freedom. When they could make this virus and then they perpetuated on the media that how dangerous it is, which is honestly it wasn't as dangerous as you think it was made to believe. Why? Because when you see negativity, it affects your body and it has a psychological effect on you.
Hmm.
So the whole idea was make a virus, then start perpetuating it is this big lie that it is extremely dangerous, yada 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 yada. And you're in this constant, and you think about it for 3 consecutive years, every single day from morning to evening, you end up opening any news channel, you end up having this Dr. Fossey on the bloody news channel. Then you have every channel talking about this, and all of
That
a
is because
sudden,
it's a current event, man. When some current event happens,
uh,
it's always going to be
all
the
of a
current event.
sudden
Olympics happen. FIFA happened right now, right? What is the
all of a
topic all
sudden
around the world?
okay,
FIFA. Anything was FIFA.
all of a sudden they end up with this vaccine. Now, this vaccine, they wanted you to test, to immediately take it. First, they say, okay, it's 100% safe. Then this end up saying, oh, it's 90% safe. Then they start saying it's 80% safe. They played with your feelings.
Hmm.
And on the contrary, I know personal people, and this is accounts from my father's colleagues and everybody, personal narratives. So I'm not lying. They themselves say, after the vaccines, I've got some long term effects. My kidney is gone. Some people are suffering from heart attack. Uh, I just got an article. I was not supposed. I never thought that we'd come up upon talking about COVID, but Pfizer lost the case, and
Mhm.
Pfizer has to leak every details about what the vaccine is made of, and why these health risks are there. So you have heart disease and a lot of things are there. I could send
Mhm.
you the link. The website is in Chinese, so you have to translate it. But the whole website is talking about the whatever fraud they did, and so you know what? The pharmaceuticals are here to make money. On the contrary, the
Mhm.
pharmaceuticals company are benefiting from all these stupid movements. From when it comes to this feminism, LGBT, all this make fake viruses and then use then control the populace by saying that you will give you the medicine. So they make it and then they
Mhm.
give you it. And majority of these vaccines, you don't know what they're putting inside
Mhm.
and what they're going to do to you. So this
True.
is like this is the whole scheme is to lie to you, and this is the biggest hoax, is to make is to make stuff to scare you and then also promote you that we are the saviors. In reality, they do not have any good interests for you. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about
Okay.
that the elites, they don't want you alive. They don't want to control. And it's open. It's all open. They want to depopulate the earth. That's 100%. And you have already seen the ample proof. You go and talk. There's one TED talk of Bill Gates where it talks about carbon, talks about greenhouse effect. He gives an equation. In the end, it's P. It's P in order to reduce carbon. They said there's an equation. This plus this plus this. The last alphabet is people. You know what people stands?
Okay.
If you depopulate, it's good. It would reduce carbon. And he even stated about vaccines. He said the more vaccines we give, it depopulates.
Mhm.
And he has the majority vaccines. So he has given you polio vaccines. He has given all these various vaccines, and he has more patents on all these vaccines for every kind of disease.
Mhm.
So what do you think now? All this is they're perpetuating diseases and then they make vaccines for you so that uh, I mean, you can't trust all this. And then all of a sudden, they're talking about uh, it's healthy to become fat. It's healthy. And then, when Andrew Tate talks about, you don't have to be a fat fuck, and you have to be a better human being, get in shape, especially for men, physical strength is important. And then these
Mhm.
very same people are talking about, no, 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 it's okay to be fat, it's okay to be weak, it's okay to be this. And on the contrary, uh, there's a news. I just read an article somewhere where they now they try, in order to motivate on the basis of science,
Mhm.
want to motivate
Mhm.
men by saying that if fat people last long, so it's good to be fat.
See, the thing
Fat people
I
last
feel
long.
about this fat people and stuff, I kind of feel is like people don't want to accept the truth, okay? And then the other thing
Mhm.
is that the media doesn't want to promote all this stuff because if you see, like, if you're not sick, then how would a doctor make money? If you don't break anything, how would a carpenter come and fix your stuff? If you don't have pipe issues, how would a plumber live? It's just a chain to make people work and just to make them stuck in one service. And so
Mm.
they're just asking
It's
people to
called the
just keep
Apple
going.
effect.
Exactly. So they're just asking people to, just don't focus on what people are saying, believe in yourself, and whoever you are, whatever shape you are, we don't give a damn, and you shouldn't as well. Because if you start giving a damn, then we won't be able to provide you medicines or treatment for obesity or this or
Mm.
that. So I think that's what
Right.
that's what media is trying to do. They're trying to lock down these kind of motivational stuff. Okay, maybe there are some people that might change and agree to it, but they're not trying to let this reach out to a larger uh, level, or like reach out to many peoples, or trying to influence those people, because they are gaining from those people. And if these people They start buying expensive stuff like healthy, start living healthy life, going to gym, trying to fix themselves. Then the people who are kind of providing them services won't have anything left to give, and then they'll be in a loss. So it's like a huge, it's like everything's connected. And then if the medical sector starts to fail or starts to provide like show losses, and then other sectors would start to would be
hmm
affecting badly.
Now you just you summed up the matrix completely. You just summed up the whole matrix, and that's what he's talking about. The whole thing is a hoax.
I was
See,
trying to stay out of that word.
see
Uh-huh.
the Aikido effect.
See, I get the
That is,
point you like to mention it very specifically, but do you realize that we are inside the matrix? So, in case we say anything
dude.
against it, this video might end up getting banned up or something like that. Because there are people who spoke with Andrew Tate, okay? They had him in his podcast, and those videos have been removed by YouTube. Why? Because these stuff are being promoted, and they don't want that to happen. So, in case if our the YouTube algorithm picks up some of the words from our podcast, they'll remove the video.
Okay, I have not been in. At least I don't know a lot about what's happening with the Matrix. I've not gone into depth about finding out what the Matrix is and what
But
Andrew
you
Tate
know
was
what?
claiming about.
You know what?
What is this Matrix?
I'll tell you what. It's like, see, some like there's this video I saw yesterday that, uh, y- like a matrix is the world, like where you're living. That's is the matrix. You can't escape from it unless you're in some other universe. But like you escape one matrix. Matrix is something like somewhere like it's like your environment where you are currently at, your current state,
hmm
the current things you use, the lifestyle you are living, and it's all about that. So like you know how we have this middle class, low class, high class, elite class, and all these stuff. Let's take that as
hmm
matrix. So you're in one matrix, you jump from low class to middle class, you're now in another matrix. And in case you crack the code of how you can beat this, then you might go in the elite and those things. But if you reach the
You
elite or
know,
the super class level, you have other threats. Now you have those elite kind of matrix threat that, those who are controlling the elite level of people. Now you're under them. So you're just jumping
mm,
from one matrix to another. It's technically
So
that.
it's
just
people within these categories that control it.
Exactly, like
Is it?
no,
everything.
no, no, no,
If
no,
you're in a,
no.
wait,
I'll
wait,
tell
I'll
you.
give you an example. Wait, listen. If you're in a village, have you heard of panchayats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you are listening to that one sarpanch, which is the head of that particular village. Okay, so he's not controlling the state or the country. He's controlling that small area. Now
hmm
he's responsible to tell what what's happening in his small city to maybe the elite. So
hmm
his elite would be the CM or anyone above working above him. So he'll be going telling him the above him the person would be reporting to the CM. CM would be reporting to the PM. So it's just you're reporting to someone at the end of the day unless you're working yourself and you kind of work your way out and you're living in some private island. That's another thing. But that's what's happening. So you can't really say you're stuck in the matrix and the matrix making you do this. It's just where you are currently.
No, I will say the best way to say this matrix is that what you said is true, but the real matrix what I'll talk about is this.
hmm
And without getting into too details, because again, this topic will is as complex as it
It
is.
is very sensitive as well. Like we can't
And
really.
yeah, I feel yeah. But the thing is, look, in reality, there's some shadow
hmm
people that truly own this planet. Okay, and even if you talk
Okay.
about, if you tell that the elites that you talk about, the elite group, the elites are not even the elite. So what you imagine to be elites are just the show masters still. So let's go
hmm
with examples of Bill Gates, Elon Musk. All these people are part of these shadow people, and these shadow
Okay.
people are a group of families for the last 2 to 3 to 400, 200 in the last 200 years,
hmm
carefully orchestrated things in this entire world
hmm
that has created this illusion around us. Okay,
Okay.
let's just
Mm-hmm.
go with that complete story. That's what it is. So they want you to see what they want you to accept what they want you to accept. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, they want you to be a fat piece of shit. They want you to be confused. They want you to be in all this so that they can control you. Simple as that. Basically, they want the world to be the slaves, and they want to reduce the population so that they can make more slaves out of you. That's the whole thing. That's what you sum
That's
up.
pretty crazy. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's just so like so complex to think of. Like electric cars now, everything's been pushed to electric cars, but you don't even know how electric cars are so harmful for the environment. You're digging tons of lithium-ion batteries from like lithium from the
Yeah, yeah.
mines.
You're
You have
right.
to dig. So you're using that from the earth. Then you're burning that to convert it to batteries. And then the batteries that have been discarded, they've been burned. They are affecting the environment. How do you charge your electric car? You are burning fossil fuels to generate electricity. It's not all solar powers. They're not giving you the whole thing. Where you're getting so much
I
energy
mean,
from?
another thing.
Where are
This
you
is the
getting
thing when I.
65 watts from?
This is another thing that we're talking about. Climate change is a hoax,
The
and
next hoax of the topic.
yeah, and the thing is,
Climate change, ladies and gentlemen.
many true geologists, and think about this. Just open your mind. Earth is existing for billions of years. It has bloody changed so many times. Our North Pole and South Poles, that polars, yeah, it has also shifted somewhere already. It has been shifted over the years. Plus,
Right?
you know, all these zodiac signs, these constellations that we talk about here, the Earth
Mm-hmm.
revolutes or revolves around those various or faces around one of those star systems or constellations for about 1,000 years plus 1,000 years up and down like that. It has a cycle.
Uh-huh.
So over the years, it just changes in that. Right now, we're in a Pisces constellation. The Earth is facing Pisces constellation. It's about seven. We have finished about 180 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something. The ice age has
You
happened.
know way too much, man. You know way too much is the thing.
The ice age has happened and all
It's
that.
a
And you
good thing. I mean, he's free, so this knowledge is
is
good, but
so
then
and I think about this now. Now they are telling you just a little bit of carbon, excess carbon, is going to destroy the whole world, and you're going to have this doomsday effect that the glaciers are going to melt, and
yeah,
everything is going to topple
apparently
down.
there has been scientific researches going on that, there are like some diseases that have been trapped under in ice. And like now, due to global
Yeah,
warming, that ice is melting, and so the diseases, there are huge chances that in the future, near future, in 5 or 10 years, that ice glacier might, I don't know how true this is, but so those thousands
it
and
is. It is.
thousands of
I've heard this
years,
also.
diseases
But
have a chances of spreading on the world if the global warming thing
I
arises.
don't think this is this whole now you talking now just now you talked about pushing of electric cars and everything, and now and then in sync it with global warming. Think about this: global warming is a hoax. I would say climate change is real. The climate just changed. The earth just changed.
Oh, that's
Changes.
happening. Think Saudi Arabia is now green.
Yeah, the
That's
earth
been
is
that's
changed.
been predicted 1400 years ago.
Yeah, so the climate change is 100%. I'm for climate change. Change is happening, but it's not because of a bloody carbon that's getting released in the air, and that's the reason. And you think about this, our atmosphere is made up of so many gases,
See, the
and
carbon thing is affecting the ozone layer. That's what they mean. They don't mean the carbon is kind of increasing the rate. That's the ozone layer. So the ozone layer is
I'm
being
not.
depleted, so the sunlight is hitting directly on the earth and it's heating the earth more.
Yeah, and then you find now you find the truth about, and in that is an excuse so that they push that narrative of having good, pushing that narrative of electric cars, and just now what you talked about,
Yeah,
that
there's
they
a
don't
there's
give
a
you the
lot
whole
of
thing.
stuff that we don't know and we're just speculating, but the scientists know it, but they won't tell us because we'll panic.
This is the thing: not all scientists are true scientists, and some of these British scientists work for the elite, and they want you to put that agenda. And if a scientist talks against the agenda, they get locked up.
Yeah.
Right.
Or and then they say they are bamboozled. They say that you're or they call you names against them. They tell you a racist or Nazi and all these weird names to shun you. That's the reality.
Mm.
if if scientists can say an article where they say fat people can last long, which I mean in bed, so that they actually promote fathood of obesity, then
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Continue.
then for global warming also they can lie about.
Uh-huh.
In the name of global warming, they're pushing you. They're still hurting the environment, which he said. So it really doesn't matter. So that's what makes me think that's all hoax. Blood. And another thing, they want you to be in 5G connection or more connections.
Which is
For that, they
affecting the
need,
birds now.
which is affecting the birds, and they're talking about environment. Next, another thing, they clear up tens of thousands of forests just to put those towers so that you can use a good connection, internet connection.
Deforestation.
Yeah, and then they talk about we have how to afforestate. They contradict
Afforestation.
their statements. They contradict also, and then they they promote also.
Child abuse. Let's go for that as well.
Greta
Speaking of which,
Thunberg thought
Greta
about
Thunberg,
everything else except for her travel, her going from one place to another. Um, she's probably also a vegan, obviously.
Mm.
Um,
when you're
so
vegan,
how do your avocados travel from one place to another?
Oh, I saw this one as well. That you're talking about
P.S.
global
Morgan.
warming and stuff, and so people are sending avocados through an aircraft just so that you can have it tomorrow in the morning. That's I
That's
saw
from
that.
the
I saw
P.S.
that.
Morgan, yeah,
Yeah,
P.S.
yeah, I
Morgan
saw
interview.
that one.
veganism,
Madness.
vegans kill more animals than we kill animals, and we do it for our own survival
But
and
ours is that they
our
keep
own survival.
reproducing. But the plants
They
and
reproduce.
it's hard to grow them in like certain environmental
Not
conditions.
just that. Look, not just that. We use it for our own survival, and not only which animals? Only a few domesticated livestocks, not the very whole planet.
I mean, China is
Or
going for the whole planet.
that's one country, but that still doesn't. That still is not much of a big deal.
Though I take
Another
it
thing,
back, I'm not even sure if the China does it. The media just spreads stuff.
who knows? Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Another thing. You putting crops, okay, and manufacturing it completely. It's a manufacturing company still. Rearing plants is all manufacturing. Yeah, you see every bird, every squirrel, every crow, every rabbit, every mice, every shit that's crawling and walking is being killed by pesticides, or once it's in the harvester, you have this combined harvester that harvests. Everything is swapped up and killed, and they're mercilessly being killed, and they're gone in their demise. And they are talking about one slit of a throat, and they're talking, oh my god, you murdered the animal.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the world is a clown.
Yeah.
The world is a clown. You ended all that with the world is a clown. Good on you. All that yarn and all that knowledge that came
Dule
out,
dale dee
you
dee
ended up with,
dule dale dee doo dee.
and I end there with the world is a clown. This guy.
Well,
Right.
speaking of clownship and stuff, have you guys heard of ChatGPT?
Oh yes, I'm currently using it on a very active basis.
It's an amazing thing. As of now, as a student, it's a fabulous
It
thing.
feels like it feels like a hoax, man. The amount of usage I've got through this,
It's so
every
good.
job, every class, I am
I
killing it with
swear
that.
I started using it, I got to know it. I started using it just to ask, what should I do if I have tomatoes, chicken, and onion? What should I make? Give me a step-by-step process. I've come to a fact that give me podcast ideas. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's how much
Forget that.
useful is it? It
Um,
is.
Off late, I've been trying to like get my feet into like coding and those kind of things
I know
also,
why
right?
you're doing
I
that.
don't
I
need to
know.
know.
I know why you're doing
Yeah.
that.
So
It has
I'm
opened
trying to
my
get
door.
get like
I'm
ahead of
also I'm also
the herd,
using
you know?
it. I'm also trying to use it, and I'm trying to use it to my advantage. But you know what? You know how I am. Like I try to find a way, but then I find a roadblock, and then I just lose that motivation. So I also need to break through that. This year I need to try doing it.
Get over the
Anyway,
roadblock, man. Come on.
yeah, you have to, have to. Anyway, so that's
So
that.
like just for the
I
people, just
used
for
it.
the people.
I just used it for writing. I said write a poetry, and I swear to
Oh,
God, it wrote a poetry.
it's an amazing thing. It'll
Also,
write you a song. You say write a
yeah,
song like Drake, and it'll write you a song like Drake with those words you've mentioned.
Dude, it's able to like
it will translate a language for you
explain
also.
quantum physics.
I,
It
Quantum
will try.
physics
it's
It will.
as
next
they're
level.
talking to a kid.
Yeah,
It will translate a lyrics of any song of any other language to English. It will translate. It's good at translation also. Also, I had to test this. What I did was I typed in, please tell me exact functions. What can you actually do truly? Okay.
yeah.
So it said one thing that it can do one important thing. So let's say you and me are texting each other, and apparently sometimes in text you do not know what's your emotion behind it. Sometimes you all get this confusion. Are you angry at me? Are you sad at me? It happens, yeah. Why text? It says that if you can copy that amount of text and put it inside and give him the command to find out what's the emotion behind it when you
Oh
write
yeah,
it,
he'll try to find all the
it's
metaphors, all the satirical tones that we all had to go and I swear to God, I actually never understood the part where we had to write A B B C C something, some shit we had to do in the poetry part. I still don't know how to do it. I don't know if you guys
Hmm.
remember, if you guys remember that part where we had to
You have to
write
add
like
to the tone, right?
I don't know what
Yeah.
do you mean by the A B B B B B B C C C C and like what does that mean? And I never understood that and I always had to copy in the exam and always got it wrong. Not sure why.
and
But for those people who don't know what ChatGPT is, I just had this like huge introduction written, which I'm going to cut off because we are low on time. But ChatGPT is a powerful language model developed by OpenAI. So it's like an artificial intelligence. And so I asked ChatGPT itself. It's a website where how do you say?
owned by OpenAI.
So
OpenAI
chat
is a
wait,
complete. It's a
OpenAI is a
complete.
company, but ChatGPT is a it's trained on a massive database or a data set on human text, which allows it to understand and generate human like responses. Like, and you know what I'm reading right now? I got it from
Basically,
ChatGPT, so that's how good it
let's
is.
summarize one thing. Let's summarize one thing. Just say that it's a simple AI technology, AI website, complete website made on an artificial intelligent website. Okay, it's an
Hmm.
artificial intelligent website where we can communicate with the artificial intelligence and command it,
But
and it bends to your rules and regulations. Whatever you ask, it does it.
it's
You
only
feel like,
restricted to 2021 so far. 2021
yeah,
knowledge. So if you ask who's Andrew Tate, it doesn't know who Andrew Tate is.
no, it did. I asked.
No, ch check again. It
I
does.
asked. I found out.
What did it
It
say?
gave me an article about it.
Nah, that's not possible. Because in 2021 he didn't exist. Okay, and
It's okay.
I
You don't
actually
have to
wrote.
like add that information. There is like things that you can find on Chrome as a Chrome extension
Yes.
to
Yeah.
work with
Oh.
ChatGPT so it can pull internet information also.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but as of now, its database is set to 2021. So any case
But I
studies or
think I like
anything,
that more. I like the fact that it is trained only on the basis of data sets that was provided,
yeah.
and
But it's
that knowledge is a
insane.
lot more rounded.
It
Yeah,
wrote
it
me
has.
a whole coding for how to make a website.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
I know,
You
dude.
know,
And
I
forget you could actually build on top of that code also. You can give
Oh,
extensions. You
yeah.
can even ask it Excel equations,
Yeah.
and it'll create Excel equations. Oh, it's so good.
But ChatGPT is amazing. Like Doll E, there's another this thing.
Yeah,
You can speak to it, and you know what? There's like a huge revolutionary thing that I saw on Instagram. You can go to ChatGPT, ask it to write a script on healthy lifestyle. Then you can go on this other website and it can generate an audio for you based on that script. Then you go on this
yeah,
other website, AI
and make a
synthesis,
video of it. Yeah,
then
I've seen that.
it'll show you a person who's speaking and it'll actually look like that person is literally speaking and it doesn't look like a robot. Then you have this person who's speaking and you have different clips. Then you can go in another website that will compile everything and make that video for you. And then you just have to post it on YouTube. In the future, and I might be copying this, but on the video, the guy said the same thing. In the future, there is going to be this one app or one website where everything is there and you just don't need to do anything. You just ask, make me a video about this, and it'll make everything for you. That's
The
how
point is,
crazy AI is.
now you know what I think about. This is a very important thing. Don't I feel like don't use Chat GPT too much, because I'm starting to feel like we're gonna lose our ability to think and be creative
You're
to some
right.
extent.
You're
Yeah,
right. I was
that's
gonna
one
Because
add
thing.
to it.
because you know
Our
what's happening
creativity
is,
is going out of the roof now. Like we are not gonna be creative people.
But you can't do anything now. This AI is going to take over most of the major industries like automobile or
yeah,
like
what
the
I'm saying,
scientific
So
stuff.
I
what I'm I'm
went into depth with that also. If it'll actually, you'll lose jobs, or like, are you gonna be afraid that it'll take over? And there is no way apparently it'll completely take over. It'll just displace jobs
Yeah.
or replace jobs, but it'll not take over the space completely.
that the whole joy of making a podcast and really thinking of an idea and really trying to do it. I think there's one thing that will drop is the joy to do the work, because
Uh,
now you just making up, you have this as a tool. And sometimes, I'm not saying don't use it as a tool and make it as an advantage for us, but I think don't overuse it, because this is what's going
yeah.
to happen now. This is where just like smartphones, it was something new, and like you
Yeah,
got
you
dependent.
used to remember numbers, like 10
Yeah,
numbers, and now you don't remember a single one.
yeah.
That's how
So you
bad
get
it is.
you can get too dependent on it, and this is where feel like it can hinder a lot of content creators also. That this is also the power for this tool. We made all this, and now we surrender at all that gray matter we have onto something else,
I think
and
it's
that's
more
where
about, I agree to your point, but I think it's more about like speed and giving better content than what you can. Because see, you would think of something, you would portray it, and then people might not like it. But the AI is kind of giving you like a very refined version of what you thought about, and then it's polishing everything and then posting it for you. So then you
I,
might be satisfied with it. That's what,
I think what you should first do is first think for yourself whatever topics you want to talk about,
yeah.
and then find out which is the strongest one. What I'm just trying to say is, like, don't just completely depend on it.
I mean, no matter how much we think, if see, look at our videos, like from the first video till now, if we've made improvements gradually.
Yeah.
But if we had something like a support system or some editor, like a huge editor, and he was
Hmm.
editing our videos, we would see a sudden improvement in videos. Like the first video would be amazing, and then we would have set a benchmark. And so now we are over here, and we are slowly setting our benchmarks. And my editing skills are like going slowly from year to year to year, and I'm gradually increasing. But if you had an AI or if you had like a professional person, he would start us from here and then we would
Hmm.
either reach like we would jump huge. Like you know how Apple makes the chip that they jump from here and then they suddenly go up there. That's how
Hmm.
their chips are
My, my
jumping.
my only concern is we should use it as a tool rather than
Yeah,
become dependent on. That's the whole thing,
I agree with
which is
that.
going to be that's the toughest thing to do, because when you
And
find an
also,
easy.
it'll change the way people learn, I think, now,
True.
completely.
Especially the younger generation now. It's going to be a
Yeah,
copy
that's
paste.
one copy paste.
But for
There's nothing gonna.
universities, yeah, but for universities, they're going to start bringing AI detectors and everything now because of
So,
this.
no, so now the question becomes: do you think people will end up being dumb,
I
the
think so,
young
yeah.
generation?
I think so.
Ooh, dumb.
Because yeah, because you know why? Because there's no experience. You're not gonna experience this. Everything is gonna be learned, cut, copy, paste, cut, copy, paste, cut, copy, paste.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like,
when
look
they
at
when
COVID times. Like, even we've used Google and we copy pasted answers, and like everyone knows that. Even teachers knows that these, what are these? I don't want to say the website. Never mind. But they are like specific websites that allow us. Like,
Check.
people have answered. Yeah, people have answered, and then you just like you have the same thing. And so now teachers, even teachers know it, but they know they can't do anything. Like, how much are you going to change a question? And other than that, like you spend 2 hours just to set a new paper, completely different, but it makes same. It's the same thing. You ask me what is photosynthesis, and then you be like photosynthesis is a process of dash. What is it called?
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty hard. It's gonna
it's
be a difficult time.
yeah.
yeah, Anyway, you finish. You think about a would you rather question. I have something in
I
my
don't need to
mind.
think. I have few over here. I can give
Okay,
you.
before, okay. I think this is one last question on AI. Then you can start end up with the would you rather question. I think
Go
this is a
for it.
very good.
We've gone over 1 hour, I think.
Okay, okay. Then we'll talk about this. But since he's the only guy, like a special guest, so I have one question. Try to. I will not give my feedback. I thought about it, so I have my own feedbacks. I'll talk. I'll
Go for
let
it.
me.
Shoot.
So the question was, uh, yeah, this is the question. Look, as we are going into the AI world, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and AI will be able to cook, clean, do every single thing. Some AIs will be like all rounders. But do you really think are they truly intelligent than us?
As of
Are
now,
they
I think
truly
they're
intelligent than
dependent.
us?
I
Yeah.
think they're dependent on us, like on our database, on our activities. And as of now, no. But there is going to be a point, like Elon Musk has said as well, that there's going to be a point where AI is going to be superior to humans. That's how, like, cause
Right now
now,
too. Right now too, right, Kid? Uh, Look at it. The amount of information that I can keep in my mind is
true,
pretty short.
true, yeah,
You ask AI anything in the world with regards to information, and it can deliver it.
yeah,
So I think it's already got to that point.
I don't think they are truly intelligent, and this is where my reasoning comes. And I think this will open your mind.
go for it.
Uh, See, every kind of research, every kind of thing we human beings have created from 1900s, 200s, all the scientific innovation, all the knowledge, the vast knowledge each human being has uh, implemented and given to this world. Yeah, what does
Mm-hmm.
AI do basically? AI just goes through and all these old papers also are are on the internet. Everything old till new, up to date in the last 200 2 centuries, 3 centuries. Most of the paper is there on the internet. Most of it, famous works of Isaac Newton and all these big people. Most of the research, Nikola Tesla papers are there. Biographies are there, and you have research papers on health and everything. Everybody from every scientist, everybody, big people have given research papers on the internet. If you truly research, you'll find knowledge. An
Mm.
average person doesn't know shit. Like you and me are average. Okay,
Okay.
and now you have AI, which has a which is a computer, basically a living walking computer. And you know how computers are. They can access all information. Like this laptop in itself is can access so much information, so much from the World Wide Web. Think about this AI technology, with all the knowledge it can take, but it's all the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge being borrowed. It's not coming. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's not bringing up something new.
Okay.
So I don't think they're truly intelligent. It's just that they're intelligent because they just have the knowledge what humans created, and the other people just too dumb that they do not know anything. That's why it will seem like they're intelligent, but in reality, we are intelligent.
I like the positive outlook there, mix, but I
But
don't
still,
know.
we are doomed because an average person is not.
Exactly. I was waiting for that. See? The full circle.
It's basically what we said. You went in the long way and then came back to our point.
And what do you think about Elon Musk taking on Twitter?
Did he already take over Twitter?
I mean,
It's
what
been
are
so
you?
long already.
I know. I mean, what are you? Why? Like, is it like he changed all those, rules, free speech and everything? He gave everything. Are you?
Yeah, I'm
Do you think
surprised
that?
Andrew Tate is still there on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's because free speech exists.
Yeah,
So you truly think that Elon Musk is a savior of free speech?
I think Elon Musk is
I do
also.
think yes.
I think no.
I am on the 50-50. I was gonna say something, but I think that might get me in trouble, so I'm not
Even
gonna
Think
though
say.
about.
he is, the thing is, none of these tech companies are, they're not away from the law. They're all by, or they follow certain rules of the country that they are in. So
think
that's why like even the new thing of like the BBC documentary of like Modi and all that stuff, it got removed, right, by Twitter in
Mm-hmm.
India, and the accounts that posted it also. I think that's a topic for a different day. But Twitter had to remove it.
yeah.
Where's the
So
free speech there
I'll
then?
just I'll just end you on a thought, and then you can come back and talk about this. The very same company that is producing Neuralink and wants the your brain
He wants to inject
neuro
chip in your brain.
yeah, basically it's a chip in your brain and has and is
I saved up some
and he
time on
owns
that.
and he owns Twitter. Think about it now. Anyway, we can talk about
If you
this
think about
topic in
it,
detail.
subscribe, like this video, and if you are interested, which I hope you are, in the next video we will we will provide you in more our in-depth in understanding about this huge topic.
Analysis.
Yes,
Analysis.
I want to.
I'm already fed up doing so many case analysis that I'm not interested in doing one more. I'll have to use ChatGPT again.
See
But
ya,
you know,
Vivo.
but the Chat GPT only promotes the data of the matrix. One thing is for sure.
Oh, let's move on to would you rather before we start on the Matrix again.
Okay,
Would you rather would you rather have a permanent scar on your face or lose the ability to speak for the rest of your life?
I've had permanent scars on my face, so I think permanent scars are fine. You
You're fine
can
with that.
work with it for
Lose
sure.
the
yeah,
ability to speak for the rest of your life.
I have permanent scar over here, here.
If I
I have
can't talk,
permanent,
then how will I make these appearances on your
I
podcast?
did, I did have a
True.
permanent scar over here. So at the end of the day, scars are what makes me. It defines me. So I'm happy with my
Scars
scars.
defines
Ooh,
mix. I would choose again. It's a very easy question. I should have gone for the second one, but okay, I would go for permanent scars on my face because I already have some, so I go for that. Would you rather have all your dreams come true but live only for 1 year, or live a normal life for 80 years?
this is a tough one.
Would you
All my
rather
dreams.
have all your dreams come true but live only 1 year, or live a normal life like right now in the Matrix for 80 years?
Your dreams are only that much, your dreams are limited to that 1 year. If you have 80 years, you have 80 years worth of dreams that you
Yeah,
can eventually chase.
but it's
But
gonna be
never.
hard to achieve all your dreams in the next
There is
80
a
years.
level of gratification that comes with achieving it over time.
I mean,
When you
it's
get it,
just a normal like. I mean, if we obviously if we go in like in-depth thinking and all that stuff, then obviously would you rather won't be a fun thing to do. If you had to be an impulsive answer, and the first option that you would choose, go for something that you can. Don't give me an explanation. I understand that you would be able to do achieve something, but I mean, for the sake of would you rather and keeping it just like non-serious cynical stuff apart from
Not
what we've
serious.
spoken. Yeah, I'm making words, but what would you what would
not
you
serious,
choose?
philosophical. That's what happens when ChatGPT starts writing your papers. You start losing vocabulary.
We have predicted the future of the next generation.
You start making up words without consequence. Nonsense. Okay.
See,
This is the
that's again
this is
that
the
I can say that's where the Matrix comes. You guys only stick to those words that the society has told you. You can make new words. I mean, no one's gonna accept it, but
ooh.
I mean, I'm with you guys, and you guys know me, so
Wait, so
accept the
so
word.
they can make up genders and stuff also. So we'll have to accept that too.
It's happening, so you can make up words.
I want this podcast to be the Morpheus to open
Wait,
people's minds.
why is my hand vanishing?
The Matrix has got you, bro. You're done. You're gonna
Anyways,
vanish slowly like
go
this.
first.
So
So
choose
anyway,
one.
okay, I'll go first.
Go first, yeah.
Till he chooses. My answer would be all my dreams come true and die.
Die.
Alas.
That's what I wanted.
I don't want to die in 1 year.
Uh,
I don't want to die in 1 year, so I'll choose the other one.
you choose the 80
Regardless.
years, but you live a normal life like currently you are.
Yes, yes.
Inshallah,
Okay.
I'll be in heaven then.
I mean, hey, you can't use that for that. You're making a choice. So okay, so in
So
my
what if your dreams were bad and then you do bad things? in that year,
I'm not,
and that was your
I'm
dream,
not,
but you don't
I'm
make it
not,
to heaven then.
I'm not I never thought bad things.
See,
My dreams aren't
what
bad.
if your dreams were bad dreams?
If you get married to it, if you marry in that dream, it's halal.
Oh my God. I knew this was going somewhere there. Moving on. I would choose 1 year. No, I would choose the 80 years, I think. No, I would go for the I would go for 1 year because like life is hard and 1 year living all your dreams would be a like a really good memory, one whole huge recap 2020 something
You will
and
not
then
have any more years to recap it. You're
I
done.
mean,
It's
I'm
the bad.
fine with it because I feel like people like current state people are getting so toxic that I would rather live 1 year than to live 80 years with
Mm,
that toxicity building up. But I'm getting to live
mm.
my dreams, flying a
There's like
plane.
a deeper talk happening here.
to be honest with you, the years are flying by so fast. It looks like 1 year looks like 1 second.
Nah, it looks
So
like
I
one
really,
minute.
yeah, okay, 1 second or 1 minute, whatever the case
One
be.
minute.
So it really doesn't make a difference whether you live for 1 year or 80 years.
True that. Would you rather be the smartest person in the world or the most physically attractive person in the world?
The most physically attractive person in the world.
Really?
Because true. You know
Yeah,
why?
I've seen it
True.
over time that
It's
beauty beats brains. So
the fact is you can't make a fit body with wealth. How much wealth you
It's
have also you
possible.
cannot take.
Nah, it is
It's
possible to do it.
no. Truly,
the
truly
Ken doll
being
dude made
If
full
you,
abs
truly,
on
truly being
Bollywood.
fit, truly being fit, and truly making a good physique requires determinations and hard work, consistency, and you have to earn the body. So
okay,
yes,
okay, that is a good point. But if you have if if you have money, okay, the determination stuff comes in. But if your health body is not healthy enough to accept the determination, how are you going to survive? You need money for the treatments, the cures. If you break any ligament or anything, you're gonna wait for like 6 months just to get it fixed. Then you're gonna get obese anyways.
We didn't talk about money in this aspect. We're talking about beauty or brains. So
What?
you didn't talk about the aspect of money in this. You
Oh,
just said
but
physically attractive or
he spoke about being rich.
no, I didn't. I just said that I would also choose beauty
you
or I
can be
choose
in
physical
both
attract.
those and be broke as well. So
I'd choose being smart, to be honest. Because I'm happy with how I look like. I accept what I am.
it's okay. I think
No, no, no. This
I
means you're
think
not
the
satisfied
physical
with what
appearance
you
is
look
fine.
like.
I think the physical appearance is nice because with the way world is moving right now, I can just put a Neuralink chip and
Oh.
upload ChatGPT to it and become smarter than
Oh.
all you fools.
The point is I'm already happy with my smartness. The amount of brains I have, attracting various topics and everything. You think I would need more brains? I'm the
Yeah,
best on the
definitely.
planet.
We would definitely recommend you to put Neuralink on you.
Oh
100%.
boy. Cool,
So
bro.
that we can be the ones who control your brain and add and remove things that you don't really need.
I rather die before the chip comes in my brain.
Oh
Wallahi,
man.
Ooh,
I don't
don't
want
ask for
no.
it. Don't ask for it. It's already in the trial run now. I saw it on a chimpanzee the other day. You're the next chimpanzee.
Oh boy, that was good. I guess we'll end the podcast as we have reached our mark of 1 hour and 30 minutes as of now.
I think this was the funniest
This
and
was
the
a really
most.
good podcast. I hope this reaches
I
the
had fun.
people.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, please share, subscribe if you've made it this far. If you've skipped through just to watch the video or other, please make sure you subscribe. Share this video, just make a clip and then share it out to people, or we might do it. But hope you liked this, enjoyed. Please let us know in the comments what do you want us to speak about, and I will see you guys in the
Mm,
next podcast. But
yeah, the
Mix want to
next
say
topic would
something.
be next topic is maybe it will take about we'll cover up in like 5 minutes or so. Is a topic about Neuralink and Twitter and Elon Musk. I think
Yeah,
it's
we're
there's a
gonna
big
bring
connection.
also babies being made inside a factory. That's
Ah,
also coming
that's
up.
a good.
Ooh,
That's a good.
that's a good
Good.
topic.
That's also going to be
That's a
coming in.
good.
Stay tuned. We'll see you guys in the next podcast. Don't know when it's going to come out, but it will come out soon this year.
Hopefully,
I
doesn't
will see you.
AI doesn't take over then. See ya.
Hopefully, AI doesn't take over me. All right, guys. See ya. I hope you have a good day, night. See you in the next podcast. Bye bye. And break.
I told
Good
you, Mr.
afternoon, good evening, good night.